What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another player prop video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. Speaking of that, the winner of last week's $50 giveaway is Fins03. Fins03, hit me up on Twitter at cam_ATL so I can get your information and send that over to you. Appreciate everybody, as always, for commenting, subscribing, liking, just taking your time in general to watch the videos. Really appreciate y'all. Anyway, we have Monday Night Football on tap for us tonight, baby. We've got a couple games. We've got Detroit, Seattle, and we've got Miami, Tennessee. Okay? So it's going to be a very interesting night. Now, early on in the week, we had some really solid value for this game. So if you were able to get that in already, congratulations. If you're a Props Made Easy member, you already have the best sportsbook differentials for this game locked in slips already. If you don't, and you just kind of depend on the videos, then I will give you what is available. I'll give you the best available right now. Now, if you're doing player props and you don't already have your slips placed for this game, though, you're playing it wrong. You're getting plays that aren't as good value as they were early on. You need to catch the value as early as you possibly can for everything. I don't care if it's Tuesday. Grab those Monday night plays if they're the best values. You feel what I'm saying? Like, get these in quickly. The last thing you want to do is think, okay, it's Sunday, so I'm just going to play some Sunday plays, and then I'll wait, and then Monday I'll bet Monday plays. No, you take the best value whatever day they play on. It doesn't really matter. The Props Made Easy tools had yet again a fantastic weekend. I absolutely dominated. You could see the screenshots over at the Props Made Easy Twitter. I personally hit a six-man slip. I'm one away. I have another slip version with Geno Smith depending. I hit a second six-man, and then I missed my other six-man by one. So I had three six-mans that I played just for fun this weekend. Y'all know normally I don't play six-mans. I mix and match two-man slips because most of the time. But my thing is, I got in early where the value was huge early on in the week, so there was so much value. It was easy for me to make six-man slips early in the week. But like right now, right, if you look at Monday Night Football, you do not need to go in here and try to force the six-man slip. There's just not enough value here. The differentials are not even full point. Okay, so all of the lines are incredibly tight. All the sports books have honed in. They're all exactly where they want to be, and the value is not as big as it was early on. But like I said, I got an early six-man in because the value was so big. That ended up hitting. My second six-man, that ended up hitting. And then my third six-man missed by one. Jaden Daniels went over his passing yards, which honestly, with the game script and the way Washington was up like that, he shouldn't have. He should have gone under. I mean, it was like one final pass with like 3 minutes left that ended up putting him over the passing yards. Or I would have damn near swept three slips. It comes down to Geno tonight for one of them. Geno Smith comes down to him tonight. Kenneth Walker III is back. So that's another reason to maybe think Seattle goes under if they, establish that run. Because Seattle's a very run team. They like to establish that run. With Kenneth Walker back, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Anyway, let's get straight into the picks, though. All right, y'all are here for some picks. Let's talk some Monday Night Football picks, and then after that, we'll touch on MLB, esports, and all that good stuff that Props Made Easy provides. If you haven't joined Props Made Easy yet, Props Made Easy are the tools that you're seeing me use right now. They're only $20 a month, okay? You no longer have to spend most of your bankroll on the tools themselves, and then you don't have much bankroll for your slips. Put most of your bankroll on your slips. Put a little bit towards the tools that you use and the data that you utilize, like Props Made Easy. And the thing that puts Props Made Easy to the next level above anywhere else is that we have the sportsbook differentials to show you the EV, but we also combine that with our player projected stats. We're partnered with top-notch data companies in the whole industries that provide data for ESPN and other top-notch companies in the entire sports industry, and we have them as our partner as well to produce player projections for the main sports of NFL, NBA, which is coming up. Cannot wait for that, MLB, and hockey. All right? Anyway, let's get straight into it. Looking at the top plays for Prizepicks right now, let me refresh the tool because I've been yapping a little bit. I ain't going to lie. I've started this Monday morning with a little yap session. Okay. At the top of the tool, we have Davon A-Chain over 86.5 rushing plus receiving yards at a 0.81 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks have this at 87.3. We have him projected at a 91.3 rushing plus receiving line, a 4.8 projection differential. So here's my thought process here. Miami's going to be without Tua. Huntley will be starting for Miami. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is Miami's going to establish the run. When you have a backup quarterback come in, you immediately plan to establish the run. All right, Miami should come in and immediately start running it down their throats. No homo. Okay? They really should. A-Chain should come in and just get a ton of work. I love the spot here for A-Chain. Also, not only that should they be establishing the run, but Huntley's going to be looking for little dump-offs to him as well, little safety valves for these guys coming in for their first start like that. So A-Chain, really like the spot for him, over 86.5 rushing plus receiving. Yes, the sportsbook differential is not too crazy, but the fact that the line's 86.5, most sportsbooks are at 87.3, and the projection's a whole 4.8 projection above, he's still a guy you can get into your slips. Geno Smith, under 11.5 rushing yards at minus 0.79 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks have his average at 10.7. We have him projected at a 10.3. Geno's not running nowhere. Also, Detroit's defensive line is dangerous. Geno is not running nowhere. I definitely see him getting sacked a few times too. So for him to go over 11.5, he needs to also avoid not getting sacked and getting minus yards. So yeah, Geno's not going over 11.5 rushing yards. No way. Under on Geno Smith, 11.5 rushing yards. Treylon Burks over 6.5 receiving yards at a 0.78 sportsbook differential. We're starting to get to some very tough looks. Now, I've got one more play I really want to talk about that's interesting due to its projection differential, but we're starting to get very tight down here. Treylon Burks, over 6.5 receiving yards at a 0.78 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook line of 7.28, projection of 8.7 to 2.2. So again, the reason Props Made Easy brings so much value to the regular players, it is not only showing you the EV, the sportsbook differential from all the sportsbooks compared to where the fantasy book line is, Prizepicks in this case. All right, but it also combines the fact that projection differentials on that same side. As you can see, sportsbook differential is 0.78, a positive 0.78 on the over. Projection is a positive 2.2. The only way a player shows on our Props Made Easy tool is if the sportsbook differential is a positive and the projection is a positive, or if the sportsbook differential is a negative and the projection is a negative. All of our boxes need to be checked, and that's why people have so much success. I mean, you're checking every box possible. You're not only taking all the research that all these sportsbooks put into their lines. You're not just taking that. You're also combining projection data from one of the top projection sources in the entire industry on top of that. So it's just fantastic, man. And again, NBA is going to be crazy, by the way. Okay, last guy I wanted to talk about, David Montgomery, over 73.5 rushing plus receiving yards at a 0.7 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook lines are at 74.2 on average on him. Projections at 80.7 for David Montgomery at 7.2. So that's a very viable projection differential there. Okay, 7.2 projection differential is one of the highest of any of the plays available still. All right. Let's take a look at no line difference. When you look at no line difference, the over on David Montgomery's 0.5 touchdowns is a green chance to hit. A guy you could definitely get into your slips as well. Definitely think David Montgomery gets in the end zone tonight against Seattle. Really like this spot for him on over his touchdowns of 0.5. 53.43% chance to hit, minus 140.5 consensus odds. When you look at the entire sportsbook industry, the average odds are minus 140 on the over. So I like this spot on David Montgomery. Anyway. Let's look at all sports books. All right, taking a look at all sports books today, we have a little bit more better value when you look at other places, Hot Streak especially. Starting it off at DK Metcalf, under 73.5 receiving yards at a minus 7.9. Other sportsbooks are on average at 65.6 on DK. Player projections at 71.7, so not quite as big as the sportsbooks, but nonetheless, sportsbook differential and projection differential are both on the under. So under on DK Metcalf on his receiving yards of 73.5. Amon-Ra St. Brown under 83.5 at a minus 6.55 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks have him at 76.9. Player projections at 78.9, so pretty close to the same, a minus 4.6. So under on Amon-Ra receiving yards over on Hot Streak as well. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown's rushing plus receiving prop under at a minus 3.81. The sportsbook line is 78.69. Player projection of 80, a minus 2.5. And then you got a couple plays on Sleeper. You've got a play over here on Boom Fantasy, Dabble, Fliff. We got everything. All the fantasy books, we got you covered. Let's move on. All right, moving on to MLB. Nothing too crazy on the MLB boards as of right now. I mean, really nothing I'm very interested in. If you look at Goblins, there's no the Goblins will come in as time goes on as well. So MLB just needs a little bit more time for Prizepicks to get going. No plays on any sites are recommended as of right this second, but more data will come in and more plays will start popping, and things will look better for MLB. MLB first inning, Prizepicks isn't even available. It's just showing the other sportsbooks at the moment. All right, for WNBA, Prizepicks is not on the board either. These other sportsbooks like Parlay Play and these other ones have lines, but nothing for Prizepicks at the moment, so we got to wait for that to come in. We have a play come in for MMA. Kevin Holland, under 51.5 significant strikes at a minus 2. That's the sole MMA value that has popped in. Looking at tennis, nothing there. Looking at soccer, a bunch of 0.5s for soccer. So really it looks like an NFL day unless we got some big esports value. Okay. We've got some options over on CS2 right now. We don't have any lines up for Prizepicks yet though. Which obviously Prizepicks eventually will add in. Right now you can get some good hot streak value. Freshie under 32.5 first 2 map kills is a minus 2.5 over on hot streak. You can grab that under. Fruit Cup X under 32.5 at a minus 1. At a minus 2 is 32.5 first 2 map kills under at a minus 2. And D4RTY Dirty, whatever you say his name, under 17.5 first 2 map headshots at a minus 2. All right, that's about it there. I mean, there's not a ton on the board this morning outside of like the NFL plays we already covered. Anyways, another fantastic day coming up. If you're not a Props Made Easy member, so be it. Still love you. Still appreciate you for stopping by and watching the video. But you need to join Props Made Easy, baby. Only $20 a month, man. Take your skills to the entire next level. Think about it. I mean, this thing takes EV and projection data to put you in the absolute best spot. It's not just a thrown together site. We took over a year to even get it ready. And then we've been active for a year now. And we've gotten so much better as time has gone on even. So, I mean, everything is fantastic. We spend so much money on our partnerships in general to bring y'all the most accurate data possible. Take advantage of the fact you only get this at $20 a month. This should 100% be up there in the 50s plus. But it's not, and it won't be, because we want the regular people to have access to the best tools possible so that they can be competitive without spending majority of their money on the tools themselves. They can actually play some slips and have some fun and be competitive and not get their asses whooped on a consistent basis. All right? Thank y'all for joining me as always, baby. PropsMadeEasy.com, and I'm out. Peace. Have a great Monday.